up something from last week. So you had said that the president hadn't been seen by the doctor at all, and then in a call with the governors, the president said that he had had a checkup. So I just wondered, can you explain the discrepancy?
I'm happy to speak to that. So he did have a short verbal check-in in the recent days about his cold. It wasn't a medical exam or physical, just want to be super clear about that. It was a conversation, and his doctor didn't think an examination was necessary. I do want to take a little bit of a step back. The way that the president, the president has doctors, a medical unit around him 24/7, and that's not because of this president, that's with all presidents. And the way he certainly experiences his engagement with his doctors is very different than Americans across the country, right? Americans, they have to get in a car, get public transportation. Some Americans are lucky if they get to see their doctor more than twice a year. And so just want to be very clear about that. His experience, obviously, with dealing with his medical unit, that's right down the colonnade, if you will, from the Oval Office. But he did get do a verbal check-in with his doctor a couple days after.
So he described it as a checkup? I mean, I guess...
I believe he said a check-in. It was like a verbal check-in about the call, which is, again, not the call, about with the doctor, which is not unusual. It is not unusual. As I said, the medical unit travels with him and is with him 24/7. That is not because of just this president, because of all presidents. And it is a very different experience than what we understand that the American people experience.
Just follow up on that. Did you say that it was about the cold, or was it about how he felt and how tired he was?
So he did not get examined for the debate. He checked in with his doctor for the cold, and I believe that was what was reported in the governor's call. So just want to be super clear about that.
Dr. O'Connor?
I'm sorry?
Was that Dr. O'Connor that he had that verbal check-in?
Dr. O'Connor, and as you know, Dr. O'Connor is his lead doctor, and when Dr. O'Connor is not around, there are other doctors. It's a medical unit team, and that's kind of how it's always functioned in the past, with